Well, hi y'all. I'm Vicki, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so glad to have you here today. Zoe's gonna be along with us, like usual. So Zoe, tell everybody hi, and maybe I'll spill something. Let me wash my hands real quick. Be good, girl. Okay, so what are we cooking today? Well, I just decided to turn the camera on. Tomorrow I'm having lunch with the guinea pigs, and I was trying to think of what I was going to fix. And I have a friend named Angela, and I remembered her talking about my pesto chicken risotto and how it was the best thing she ever had and that she absolutely loved it. And I thought, I can make some of that and drop it off by Angela at the store at Art and Soul in downtown Valdosta before I head to have lunch with the guinea pigs tomorrow. And the guinea pigs, I've never made this for the guinea pigs. I'm going to tell you what I've already started with. I took 2 big chicken breasts and I put them in a Ziploc bag. And where is it? There it is. I took our meat tenderizer and I pounded it flat. It's when I'm making chicken power, that's what I do. And if I've got a real thick piece of chicken breast and I want it to cook evenly, then I usually take it and pound it. And then I'll put it in a Ziploc bag and give it a pound. And I had 2, and they were both really big. Believe me, these 2 chicken breasts are going to go a long way. I'm just putting them in the multi-cooker, and today we're cooking with multi-cooker. I'm just going to throw them in the multi-cooker, and I'm going to throw 1 cup of chicken broth, or bouillon cube, or water and bouillon cube. That also works well. Now I am going to put about, I need some measuring spoons. I need about a teaspoon of our garlic and herb. Maybe just a little bit more. Kind of like it garlicky. And a teaspoon of our new garlic and Parmesan. Now, I'm not going to use any salt in it because the things that I've put on top of the chicken are salty, and there's some sodium in the chicken broth. I'm just going to put a little pepper. And when I made this on air, live at Art and Soul, I kind of didn't talk about one of the ingredients that I put in because it's really hard to find. But when I was in Spain, I brought back some saffron. And I don't know if you know about saffron, but saffron is, without a doubt, true saffron, AAA grade, is the most expensive herb in the world. And there is no way you can see this. But this is the last of the saffron that I brought back from Spain. And this is about 6 pieces of it. And it just is actually, believe it or not, those little 6 pieces, let's put a couple more. And that way I have enough for 1 more dish. Those little pieces will make a lot of difference. It makes the color beautiful. It makes it a nice golden yellow. And then I'll put this back in the freezer, and it's my last little bit. So I didn't use it all. I thought I would. But that is on the chicken, and then I'm going to put about a cup of my pesto. I've got quite a cup, but I've got enough. And no, I'm not giving you my recipe for pesto, but for those of you that are going to chime in and say they want my pesto recipe, please, please, please. You know who you are, and you know I'm not going to give it to you, but I'll give you a really good pesto recipe if you want it. Okay, my pesto is on, and we are now going to do a second layer. This layer is going to have the vegetables in it. And I have 2 things of rice cauliflower, and these are just frozen vegetables. Some thing of frozen onions, some fresh mushrooms. I did put some sun-dried tomatoes in it, like sun-dried tomatoes in it. And I put some chicken bouillon over the top of it, and a little bit of pepper. And the only thing I have left out, as a matter of fact, I forgot the pepper. Let's get the pepper on it. I didn't put any moisture in that, although I'll put a few drops of that, because it's frozen cauliflower and it's got water in it. So this is going to steam, but I realized when I was putting the top on it, I looked at it and I thought, I have forgotten something. So I'm sitting there looking at it. I forgot the peppers. I love peppers in it. So I had sweet peppers in the fridge. And this is what I do. I cut the top and take the veins and the seeds out. And then I'm just gonna cut them. And I don't want the peppers real big. So I'm gonna take our chopper and dice them up. Perfect. Like I said, I don't want these real big. I want a hint of color in my risotto. So when I put this all together, it will be a risotto, a cauliflower risotto. Okay, there are our peppers, and we're just going to put them in with the rest of the vegetables. It's going to make it so pretty. It's so full of flavor. Now we're just going to put the top on this, and if you look, there are little steam holes. And while the chicken is cooking, this will also be cooking. So we're just going to put it in the multi-cooker. And I want you to see what we're doing. So our multi-cooker is ready to go. And we have the lid sitting here. I'm just going to put the lid on. Alright, I can't do this backwards. That's how easy it is to lock the lid in. Now, the multi-cooker has an off and on switch on the back. And can you see everything lit up? So we are going to take it to Poultry. And we're going to drop it down to 14 minutes. And we're just going to push start. And it's running. So this will come up to pressure, and then it'll cook for 14 minutes, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when we're at that point and what we do to make it risotto. Be back in a little bit. Well, it looks like the multi-cooker has finished the cooking cycle, and we're going to let it release naturally. But while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get ready to put it all together. I have our salad choppers, which is what we will cut the chicken with. We need 4 to 6 ounces of cream cheese, a half cup of heavy cream, and let's grate some cheese. Well, my new grater must be in the dishwasher, so let's go back with the old grater. This is our microplane grater that we used to have. Now we have one that's a little bit bigger than this. It's a little wider, it's a little taller. Makes it easier for grating big batches. But you know what? Grating cheese takes no time at all. Instead of getting pre-grated cheese, go ahead and grate your own. It calls for a cup, but you know, I always put a little more. That looks like about enough. And this is just a good mozzarella. So we have our cheese ready, and our cream cheese, and our heavy whipping cream. So we're about ready to go. I might throw some microgreens. No, I'm going to do it by the recipe. My recipe. So we'll be back as soon as the steam releases. Well, the multi-cooker has gone off, and it's had about 15 minutes to release the steam, and everything went down. I actually hit the release button to make sure there's no steam on it and turned it off, and we're fixing to open it up. Okay, we're going to take the vegetables out first. And we're going to check them and make sure they're done. Wow. I wish you could smell what this smells like. Okay, it looks done. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to take the chicken and cut it up. Let's get this out of here. Let me move the vegetables over for a second. Grab the chicken and let it cool down just a little bit before we cut it up, and it's falling apart. Remember, we pounded it a little bit. It makes it tender, makes it amazing. I'll leave that in there. It's just little pieces. We're going to go ahead and put half cup of cream and 4 ounces of cream cheese. Whoops! Y'all know I'm a messy cook. Let's give it a little bit of extra cream cheese. We're going to put the mozzarella cheese, and I did grab some little green onion tops to put in there because I like the way they look and I like the way they taste. Okay, let's put this back on. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to stir it up. Give it a taste. Remember, the risotto's got to go back in there and cook a little bit. So we want to cook. And we're actually going to turn this on slow cooker. So I just want it to simmer for a little bit. I don't want it to sear. And I am going to take the vegetables. Let's see. Dump the vegetables in. Now we're going to let that simmer for actually about a half an hour, making the risotto, and it'll thicken up with the cheeses and just be amazing. We're going to go ahead and cut up our chicken so we can put it back in the pot. When I'm making chicken salad, I love using these. Just grabs the chicken and cuts it. See, it's got a flat bottom. It grabs the chicken and then it puts it through these 2 blades. Now, if you use salad, if you make salads with any kind of lettuce or leafy things, these are amazing. It's nice to have tools in your kitchen that make it easier. Make your job pleasant and easier. All right, y'all, look how quick. And I haven't had to handle it. It's almost all cut up. You scoop it up and cut it. And scoop it and cut it. And now our chicken is all shredded. It's just how quick and simple that is. Just taste the chicken. That's so good. It's perfect. Angela, you have a surprise tomorrow. So we're going to take the chicken. Put it back in because this is a 1-pot meal. So we are going to let our risotto cook for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes and it'll thicken up during that time. And I'll be back in a little bit and show you what it looks like. Bye. Well, I'm back, and the chicken pesto risotto, that's cauliflower risotto it is ready. And we're going to dish up a little bit and try it. Now, this is always better the next day. And it is for tomorrow for the guinea pigs. So, here is our pretty risotto. And can't wait to try it. Let's see. That is so good. I hope Angela enjoys it tomorrow. All right. As always, everything you see me using is Pampered Chef, and there's always a link in the description. The risotto had the one ingredient in it that I don't usually put in my recipe. It's simply the little bit of saffron, but it's really hard to get really good saffron, so it's just as good without it. It just gives it a little bit different taste. As I always tell you, give someone your beautiful smile today. It makes you feel good inside. You know, you just could make someone's day. I hope you enjoy my videos, and subscribe and like and share. Y'all come back to see me soon. Bye.